Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, in this episode, I'd like to talk about high blood pressure and foods that you should look to stay away from if you've been diagnosed with hypertension. And if you had been and you were seeing a physician on an annual basis and making regular wellness visits with an acupuncturist, you would already know which foods to avoid, as well as you'd be noticing a change in blood pressure as well, as you'd be tested with every visit, and your lifestyle, so many changes would have taken place if you were seeing a physician annually and regular wellness visits with an acupuncturist. Many changes would have already taken place for the better, and this is why I make this recommendation constantly. But, there are still many who are not seeing an acupuncturist on a regular basis and are eating certain types of foods that are bad for their cardiovascular health. So I decided to do this podcast to get the ball rolling, to sort of get you started with adjusting your diet and knowing which foods you should look to avoid. And the first, I know many of you are going to be upset about, is sandwich meat. These packaged lunch meats, sliced ham, sliced salami, sliced bologna, comes packaged, loaded with sodium. And that's not good for your blood pressure. Sandwich meats tend to elevate a person's blood pressure, which of course increases your risk for stroke and heart disease. So you want to look to avoid sandwich meats as much as possible. Now, another's going to be a surprise to many, and this is a favorite snack. Not a favorite, no, I won't put it in the top 5, but it's definitely a top 20 snack. Pickles. I know many of you are like jumping up out of your seats right now, like, no way. I love pickles. Pickles are like awesome. They're awesome when you put them on your burgers. They're awesome when you include them in so many things or just eat them by itself. This is a great vegetable. But it absorbs large quantities of salt from their brine. So many individuals are unaware of that. So look for an alternative like cucumbers or something. If you have high blood pressure, let's look to stay away from the pickles. And another is, I know many individuals, when you get a little cold or flu or anything else, upper respiratory infection, bellyache, what have you, many individuals love to turn to canned soup. And I spoke of canned soup on the Acupuncture is My Life TikTok page. And if you aren't following us on TikTok, check it out. But canned soup contains a large amount, again, of sodium, which tends to elevate blood pressure. Like, just look at just a half a can of chicken noodle soup. We'll look at chicken noodle soup because so many people love it. Around 900 milligrams of sodium. No. You know what? Make your own chicken soup. That's the best, when you make a big pot of it and then store it and take some each day. Do you understand, like, that soup, I don't know, let's just use the word powerful. it just becomes that much more better for you over those next few days. The more you eat it, the more healthier it is for you. But canned soup, try and avoid it if you have high blood pressure. Okay? And another, many of you love pasta, and I speak about pasta. Wheat pasta is the best, but many of you love pasta. And there's no way you're going to make pasta dishes without pasta sauce. Here's a little secret for you. Make your own pasta sauce. The ones in the can that you buy in the store are like cans of salt. And it's red and it's liquidy. That's all it is. Red liquid salt. Make your own pasta sauce. Get your fresh tomatoes and so forth. Do it yourself. It's better for you. It's much, much healthier for you. Cheese. I know many of you are going to chew my head off over the app. And if you don't have the Acupuncture is My Life app, download it. It's free. You can communicate with Acupuncture is My Life. You can read the blogs and everything else. It's great on how you can understand ways in which acupuncture can be of benefit to you. Okay? But if you have high blood pressure, stay away from cheese because it contains a lot of sodium. I mean, we're talking Parmesan cheese, blue cheese, American cheese. On average, it can contain as much as 350 to 400 milligrams of sodium per ounce. So you'd want to look to avoid that. And in others, I speak of a lot as bacon. Sausages and bacon. Bacon contains a lot of fat, salt. It's high in cholesterol. You have to avoid it. I mean, not only does bacon increase your risk of developing certain types of cancers, but bacon is like off limits. Like, no. See an acupuncturist. Let's get this blood pressure, this running high blood pressure down. Because health is wealth. The wealth is not in the stock market or the bank. It's not in the app on your phone. It's not in the safe. It's not in your pocket. It's not in your purse. It's not under the mattress. It's not in a shoebox in the closet or under the doghouse in the backyard. The wealth is in you. And it's time you start to understand that for those who are not seeing an acupuncturist for regular wellness visits. But you know what else you should avoid is sugar-sweetened beverages. Why? Weight gain, loaded with sugar, obesity, and blood pressure. Yep. You increase your risk. And even if you haven't been diagnosed, so you don't have hypertension, you drink a lot of sugar-sweetened beverages, and you're increasing your risk of developing hypertension. You want to know the best drink out there? Water. The best way to stay hydrated. Water. And to many of you ladies, I'm ready for you to get mad at me. Wine. Let's put the wine bottles down. Oh, I know I'm going to hear in the app, I need that at night, over dinner, or before bedtime. No. I mean, they say, cut down, get it down to maybe one glass. I say drink some herbal tea. That's great. Especially herbal tea, that's great for blood pressure. You want to know those, you definitely have to download the app, and then you ask. And Acupuncture's My Life will get back to you with some recommendations. We'll definitely get back to you with a few recommendations. Another, guess what? I know many of you love to run and lift weights, but you love these energy drinks. Loaded with caffeine, has crazy side effects that cause anxiety, dizziness, diarrhea, headaches. It raises your blood pressure through the roof. Why? Because of its concentrations, its high concentrations of caffeine. Don't touch those things. You need energy, just see an acupuncturist. That's all you have to do for energy. See an acupuncturist. Another, and I know quite a few of you are going to say, wait a minute, Doc. You said fruits and veggies are good for you. Yes. Yes, they are in general. They are. But if you have high blood pressure, you want to avoid grapefruits. Avoid grapefruits. Especially if you're on blood pressure medication. Or more so, if you're on blood pressure medication. The side effects are not good. Now, I love grapefruits, and fortunately, I haven't been diagnosed with high blood pressure. And, as an acupuncturist, I do acupuncture on myself as well. There's key points that I can do. But if you're on blood pressure medication, avoid grapefruits. You want to steer clear of grapefruits. And these are just some foods to avoid. I mean, my thing is seeing an acupuncturist, Eastern nutrition consultation sessions, annually seeing your physician. I mean, you can't go wrong under those circumstances, okay? So make acupuncture a part of your life, because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?